Hi there everybody, this is Natasha Wilkinson, your independent Scentsy consultant from Mount Isa, Australia. So I have here written down the list of the winning bars here in Australia for Bring Back My Bar. So those of you who may have watched previous videos of me or who follow Scentsy World and who are Scentsy addicts just like me know that recently we just had a Bring Back My Bar voting session where we were able to vote for bars that we would like to see come back to repurchase. So here in Australia we get 12 bars that come back and they will be available to purchase in July, I believe, these bars that we just voted for. And I have the list of our top 12 that made that list and that will be coming back. So I've written down descriptions, and because I am a newer consultant, most of these I actually haven't smelt. There is one that I have had previous experience with and smelt, and another one that I have smelt in, not in bar form, in something else. But apart from that, I haven't smelt. So I like to do a little bit of research. I don't always find the answers for every bar, but I like to see if I can find older catalogues online and see when they were possibly around and how long they have been out. So let's delve into the information I found and talk about the 12 bars that will be available in July. So the first one was Red Candied Apple, and this I found actually was a new release in the spring summer here in Australia of 2013, and it was also available in 2014. I really couldn't find when it actually retired, but I do know it was around 2013 and 2014. And it is described as Macintosh apples, raspberry jam, berries and strawberry milk with brown sugar and cotton candy. So this kind of, to me, smells like it's going to be fruity sweet, maybe like a toffee apple maybe. I have never smelt this one, but it's one that I'm keen to try. I tend to like Scentsy's apple scents. I don't know if it's going to be overly sweet for me because it's speaking a lot of things like cotton candy, brown sugar, strawberry milk. So I'm wondering whether that milk's going to be a little bit off-putting in it. I am quite keen to try this one. The next one came out as a collection in 2018, and it was like the Boogie collection or the Dance collection, and this one is Lemon Drop It Low, and it is candied lemon gets down to the ground with sugar crystals and citrus leaves. So this one I'm not too sure about. I'm not the biggest citrus fan, but then it's saying it's got sugar crystals, which sounds to me like it's going to be maybe slightly lemonade-y, so I may enjoy it. But then the citrus leaves and the lemon kind of, I'm thinking, will it be too citrusy for my liking? So the next one I am extremely excited about, and I have to admit I did vote for this one hardcore. I have smelled it in other products, and I have a feeling this one's going to go into my Scentsy Club in multiples when it becomes available. And I do know it's a staple in Region 1 in their autumn-winter, and that is Cider Mill. So it was around here in Australia it was released in Australia actually in our autumn-winter 2017 catalogue. I became a consultant in 2020, so it retired somewhere between 2017 and 2019 obviously. And this is the fresh fragrance of apples, crushed pumpkin and simmering spices. We have had this in counter clean, we've had it in hand soap, we've had it in dish soap here, and I'm absolutely in love with this scent. It's just the perfect balance of fruitiness to spice, that beautiful cider spice, and I love that it's a pumpkin scent. So we don't get much pumpkin scents here in Australia, so this one will definitely be Scentsy Club worthy for me, and I'm thinking I'll be buying a bunch of these. I may even put more than one in my Scentsy Club at a time. The next one, I couldn't find dates of when they were released or what dates it was around, but this is Berry Bubble Blue, a delicious blast of blue raspberry, tart green apple and spun sugar. But it sounds to me like it might have been around when they started doing a children's line, because it sounds to me like it's going to be something along the lines of Aladdin Three Wishes, Blueberry Rush, Berry Bright. It kind of sounds to me like it's going to be along those lines, a sweet blueberry cotton candy type smell. So the next one, again, I don't have dates for, and this was a recent Bring Back My Bar in Region 1, and that is Boho, which is a bohemian fragrance of clove, studded winter apples entwined with juicy dark plums, candied mulberries and cinnamon sticks. So winter apples, mulberries, plums. I love a plum scent. I love spice scents. So I'm thinking I might really like this one. It sounds like it might be a spicy fruity scent, great for winter, and it sounds like that might be a Scentsy Club contender for me too. So the next one was released in autumn winter here in Australia in 2017, and I couldn't find if it followed through in the other seasons or not, but this was Custard Apple. So it's pineapple, sugar cane and mango. So this sounds like it's going to be a tropical fruity scent. Sounds like I would enjoy it. I don't know that I'd probably my Scentsy Club because there are a lot of tropical fruity scents out, but it sounds like something that I would probably enjoy. The next one was released here in Australia in 2018, and it was Midnight in Kurushio, and this is brazen notes of currant, orange, Mirabelle plum, sneaker after hours. So this one I'm in two minds about. It's got plum in it, which means I would probably really like it, but then it's got that currant, which I can find quite off-putting and tart, and orange, which might overtake that plum. So I'm not too sure about what my thoughts are going to be about Midnight in Kurushio. So the next one, I have seen that it has been in catalogues here in Australia in 2015, 2016, 2017. So this seems to have been quite a popular one here in Australia, and that was Coconut Cotton, which is sun-warmed cotton, creamy coconut milk, bright citrus and white sandalwood transport you to a cabana on a tropical beach. So again, it sounds like it's going to be salty sea, citrusy type one. I'm not sure that I'm going to like this one, but I will give it a try. You never know, the coconut milk might make it come across more tropical fruity, and I could really enjoy it. The next one I couldn't find any dates for, and it is Central Park Pralines, which is a decadent confection of rich roasted pecans, buttery caramel and sugary cinnamon. So to me it sounds like it's going to be a toffee nutty type scent, a caramel toffee nut type scent, which I do enjoy, but I enjoy them in small doses. I do tend to find them a little bit richly cloying for me, but when I'm in the mood for something sweet and decadent, they tend to be a really nice type of scent. The next one actually was around when I first became a consultant, and it retired that season that I became a consultant, which was 2020, and I believe I became a consultant in February, so that was our autumn winter. So it retired at the end of our autumn winter 2020 catalogue here in Australia. That is Sugar Cookie. I know this is a great mixer, and it actually was released here in Australia in 2016. So it was actually a staple in our catalogue here from 2016 to 2020. And I think this was one of those ones that was a little bit of a shocker that it actually did end up retiring. As you can see, because I do have a tester of it from when I originally became a consultant. And I actually never warmed a bar of this. I popped it in my Sensi Club, but then took it out thinking vanilla bean buttercream would do for me as a mixer. So I never actually warmed through a bar of Sugar Cookie with Sensi, but since then I have been dabbling in Sugar Cookie scents in the vendor world, and I do find that they are quite a nice mixer. So this will probably go into my Sensi Club, and it is described as a warm sweet blend of butter, sugar and creamy vanilla. So in the tester, which is now a couple of years old, I'm smelling like a sugary vanilla is what I'm smelling in the tester. So it will be interesting to see what my impressions are on warming a bar of Sugar Cookie when it arrives. So the next one was released in our spring summer of 2015, and that's all I could really find information on that. And this is Apple S'mores, which is harvest apple, cinnamon glaze and a drop of coconut milk lend a tantalizing twist to classic toasted marshmallow, vanilla cream and warm cedarwood. So this one kind of to me sounds like it's going to be a roasted apple over a campfire and toasted marshmallow. So if I were to take toasted marshmallow that I have in my Sensi Club from the Easter collection and mix it with apple, I might get something similar, but it sounds like it's got more of a smokier element to it. So that's going to be interesting for me to smell. I'm not sure where my mind's going with that, whether I'm going to love it, whether I'm going to hate it, whether I'm going to like it, but it does sound like it's quite an interesting combination. So the next one was released here in Australia in 2018, and I know it went through from catalogue from 2018 to 2019. Whether I think it actually discontinued the season before I became a consultant, but as I said, this is research going back before I became a consultant, just looking at catalogues I can find online. So I'm not sure how accurate my researching is based on that. I do kind of remember it being in that clearance section when I first became a cattle consultant, but I never picked up one. So I wasn't quite into bakery scents when I first became a consultant. As I became more seasonal, bakery scents became more me, and I really love bakery scents now. So I probably would have picked it up if I had that nose then, but I was more about the florals, I was more about the summery type scents when I first became a consultant. So this one is Hugging a Mug, and it is curled up with chocolate, hazelnut and cookie dough. So this sounds like it's going to be a hot chocolate, maybe a little bit coffee-like, but more hot chocolate than coffee. And I have a feeling this one may make its way to my Sensi Club too, for me to enjoy with my winter scents. So they are the 12 scents that are the Bring Back My Bar winners here in Australia. I hope you enjoyed my little walkthrough of them and what my initial thought planning is here. I can't wait to grab a consultant kit when the consultant kit becomes available and try these out and give a warming review. But there will be a few months before we can do that, as they're not available to July. But these I thought would hop on and let you know the winners, particularly if you have been voting, just so you can see if your favourite made it back. What were you voting for? What are you excited to see about in this list? I would love to know. I'd even love to know what you're excited, if you're from another region, what you're excited to see coming to your region. I am going to hop off now. I hope you're all doing well. If you'd like to like or subscribe, that would be absolutely wonderful. If you're looking for a consultant in Australia, I will put my details down below. But stay safe, and I will speak to you all soon. Bye for now.